The stock market has actually surpassed the levels of the tech boom and bust, not just in price, but also in the frenzy which led to it. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we're going to talk about how it's 1999 all over again. Let's begin by looking at this. The rally in the FANG block of tech shares and its megacap brethren just surpassed a dubious milestone. An index of 10 tech growth shares pushed its advance to 23% so far this year, giving the group an annualized return since early 2016 of 67%. That frenzied pace tops the Nasdaq's 66% return in the final 2 years of the dot-com bubble. So we have to understand what had happened in 1999 and understand that this was going absolutely insane. And as they say here, lately it seems that these stocks can do no wrong. And that's the way the mentality is going. That as long as it continues to rise, nothing could be a problem. But that is always the case. In the financial crisis, we saw that the very last few stocks to rise were tech stocks. So you had a small group of tech stocks rising at the very end. In the dot-com boom and bust, obviously we saw a handful of stocks, and then it was a wider group of stocks, and stocks that didn't even belong as stocks were all in there, rising and rising and rising. It didn't make any sense, but that's okay. Bigger bubble, FANG stock C rally outpacing the Nasdaq in the late 1990s. Here it is. You can see it for yourself. Ever since 2016, they have been rising so dramatically and essentially in a straight line upward. Now, taking a look at, comparison for these stocks compared to the market as a whole, you need to understand that there's so much more money today going in tech stocks than even just a few years ago. All of these central banks are printing out money, and one of the most common sectors that they push is tech. And that's a fact. I've shown you that here, documented on the channel. All of the bigger conglomerates, whether it's Berkshire Hathaway or others, are buying into tech stocks. Steve Eisman, who called the big short during the last financial crisis, says that he's sleeping easy now. That's right. He is doing okay. Nothing to see here. I sleep very well. I just don't see any systemic risk on the horizon. Well, we should definitely take his advice. Treasury holdings by China. Now see what happened here over the last little while, over the past, we'll say, year, half a year. They have been decreasing, of course, but that was after some changes that have happened. You can see the pace at which they have been adjusting their portfolio in terms of U.S. Treasury holdings has clearly been bouncing around, but we know that the long-term goal of China is to wean themselves off of the dollar. Now, this here happens to be a trend, and we will follow that as time goes on. They can certainly change course in either direction. Foreign holdings change in U.S. corporate stocks. Look at where so much money has gone in the last little while here. I mean, you can see very clearly that a lot of money, foreign money, has been flowing in to corporate stocks at this time. It's very clear to see that right now. But I want to show you some of the real factors. Looking from a debt perspective, the situation looks terrible. More and more debt is required to boost output. In 2007, global debt was 276% of global GDP. Today, global debt is 327%. In 2007, a dollar in debt generated 37 cents in GDP growth. In 2017, in debt created only 31 cents. Money supply and bank credit are collapsing. Meanwhile, money velocity is at the lowest rate since 1949. And we need to understand how important this is. The entire system is running off of the fact that there is velocity. It needs to continuously change hands. And if it doesn't, you immediately collapse the system. And all that's needed to prevent that from occurring is central bank intervention. They just need to continue to print money when there's not enough money changing hands. They try to come in with what they can. Unfortunately, they don't know what the heck they're doing, but that's all they have. Putin forever. This is, of course, a different scenario here. Longest serving Russian leaders over the past 100 years. I just wanted to show you this. I found that Statista has these graphics here, an interesting website. And you can see when you include his term as the prime minister, he is now second place. It's a lot of interesting information that are coming geopolitically out of Russia with the tensions that you're seeing today. There's different sides, two different camps here, obviously, but I wanted to just show you that and leave it where it is. That's all for this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. When you give me a thumbs up, it helps to support this channel, so I do appreciate that very much. Last but not least, if you found this video informative, I know that you will find my books, The Money GPS, and my newer release, Global Economic Collapse, even more informative. You can actually flip through these books. If you go over to Amazon, there's a look inside feature. It's going to allow you to flip through the pages of these books to see if you like them. Take care. Now, if you're still here, I just got something to show you. These photo ops are hilarious. Whenever I see this, I find it so funny. First of all, if you look at this map, I mean, I've shown you these before. This is literally the exact same map with this drawing that you can see right here, this line. It's literally the same one, like they've done it all in one day. Also, where are they right now? The mountain is gone, but now they're in the middle of the forest and there's a desk. Why is there a wooden table in the middle of the forest? His same pointer is here that he taps. You could just picture him just repeatedly tapping on this map. This is where we're going to go. This is where we're going to go. You have this where, I mean, it's just silly. It's just silly to see this guy. I think I recognize him from other pictures. I look at it and I have to wonder, what exactly are they trying to do with these pictures? Really? It's just silly. That's all. I just wanted to bring that to you. I thought it was funny. So that's all. Take care.